everyone, it's your boy Tasne, the best young football analyst. So if you're new to this page, please do subscribe and hit the like button. I know it's been long, since I've analyzed football. The last game I analyzed was Royal versus Cape Town City, the first game and the opening fixture for the Betway Premiership League. But yes, I'm back. I'm back, and today's game will surely be, it was playing yesterday, but I didn't have time. Kaizer Chiefs, which was playing home at the FNB Stadium, versus Mamelodi Sundowns. Amakosi versus Kaboyelo. I'm wearing a bunch of t-shirts on my mind. Versus Kaboyelo. But as you guys know, I'm not a Sundowns fan, not a Chiefs fan. I'm a Pirates fan, but within that, I watch football. I don't watch a team, I watch football. And we're gonna be honest as football fans, not as fan clubs, but as football fans, those who watch football. There are Sundowns fans who are football fans. They understand football and watch football. Then there are Chiefs fans who watch football. Looking at that game, some would say the referee took the game away from Chiefs. From my view, that was offside. From my view and my perspective and my opinions, because the football is all about opinions, some way facts, because you start as facts. But in most cases, football is all about opinions. But now there, you've got facts to show that was an offside. That was an offside, honestly. In my view, that was an offside, guys. In my view, that was an offside. Looking at that game, Chiefs were cheated. Chiefs could have won the game or draw. That's all. Sundowns they might have maintained possession. They might have gotten 60% possession. As usual, they do get possession. But in most cases, how can a team that builds from the back not maintain possession? Most of their time, they play positional play. They still a passing style of play. So, you expect them to maintain ball possession. You're thinking about Kaizer Chiefs. Okay, let's look into the approach of Kaizer Chiefs. Kaizer Chiefs come to this game with a 4-4-2 formation, right? A 4-4-2 formation, right? They've got Dwari, they've got Frostler, they've got Cross, they've got Dudley, they've got Miguel, they've got Mott and Castillo. Then they've got Sereno on the left side. As you guys saw in the game, they shifted Sereno and put him on the left hand side. I think it comes with a great tactical decision, and it takes great intelligence to know that Moreno is a top right back. Moreno knows Sereno very well. So the best thing you can do to protect Sereno from this game and make sure Sereno performs, you put Sereno on the left hand side. Where's the Tiwani? Tiwani is only an experienced left back. He's not the best left back. Even Mashejo, the one that gets benched, Mashejo is better than Tiwani. Tiwani is still learning. You put Sereno on the left hand side to compete with Tiwani. You're trying to make it easy for Sereno to perform in this game. But now, what I like about Sundowns, they planned ahead. They know Mangoba knows Sereno. Coach Mangoba knows Sereno. He knows Sereno, and he knew how to deal with him. He knew that Sereno is a dribbler. He knows Sereno is a dribbler. Sereno has to get in between players. He's the type of player that in the box I wouldn't touch. He's not a fast winger due to his age. He was never a fast winger, but he was better back when he was 26, 27. His pace was much better. Obviously, his pace has decreased because of his age. The more you grow older, the more your pace decreases. But you see Sereno Mane, he's like someone who's not going to grow old at any time, although he's 34 years. So let's go to this game. We're looking to an approach. I like how he was able to deal with Sereno. You would find that in most cases, Sereno is not handled by one player. T1 was not responsible to shutting down Sereno, but you'll find that whenever Sereno is playing on that right-hand side, actually it's the right-hand side, I'm sorry, Sereno's playing right wing, it's just the left-hand side of Sundowns, then the right-hand side of Chiefs. Sereno, when playing there, you'd find that Tiwani, Lebus, I would say Krankeka, and I know even in the midfield, likes of Kotsia, Allende. So it was actually the responsible of every player to make sure that you guys deal with Sereno. Every player at the back line, 2 to 3 players will always be around Sereno. So it made it hard for Sereno to actually perform when all the Sundowns players are eyeing on you. But when I like about Shabalala raised his hand. He said, "Coach, I'm going to perform in this game. I'm going to be the main ideal for Chiefs." The way Shabalala was getting the ball and dribbling past Sundowns players, creating chances for his teammates. That's something to talk about, Shabalala. You did ask yourself questions. if Shabalala can be a project, because this is becoming a project for Nabi. If he can become a project, someone Nabi can turn into a beast. Because Shishi was a project of Prince Musamane, a great intelligent coach. We just might see the actual replacement of Mshishi. Mark my words. Mark my words. So yeah, okay, we'll come to the process. Stop talking about individual players. So yeah, 4-4-2 with Sarino on the right hand side, with Dubo on the left hand side, with Shabalala and Ranga Chivavaro. As you guys saw, Shabalala was the one pressing. Ranga is more of a ball holder, although he does go mobile, but he likes to hold up the ball, and he makes it easy for his teammates because he's able to hold up the ball. But there's something that I don't like about Shabalala, and it's his first touch. Ranga Chivaviro. His first touch. He needs to work on his first touch because he's good at holding the ball, which is chesting it and putting it down. But he makes good runs. Honestly, he was bulldozing, bullying those center backs, especially Lebusa. He was bullying Lebusa. He was making Lebusa his son. He was bullying Lebusa, if we need to be honest. Lebusa was out. Lebusa was out of that game. Lebusa was nowhere to be found. Every time he has to go pound to pound with Chivavaro, strength for strength, he was failing. So yeah, approach of Chiefs, Highline press. In defense, they're playing Highline press. In defense. What do I mean? I don't like this tactic of coach of playing Duba more of a left back. Because now you see, when Cross was playing more of a left center back in this game, Miguel more of a right center back, you'd find that Miguel would go way up, and he would leave out Cross and Dudley. So you would find that Cross comes. This is the backline of Chiefs. Now Frosler overlaps. Dudley, Miguel. When Frosler overlaps, whenever they're defending, right? You would find this is Frosler, this is Miguel, this is Dudley, this is Cross. He is getting in between, which means now Chiefs are technically playing with 3 center backs. Do not forget that Cross is not an actual left back. He is a left center back. He is just employed as a left back because by Golden Arrows. He was developed as a left center back. Then you've got Cross here, Duba, dropping. That's why Moreno was making a fuss out of Duba. That's why Moreno was able to exploit that right-hand side. Moreno was able to exploit that right-hand side. Ribeiro was able to exploit that right-hand side because coach employs Duba there. He says, Cross, the way I see it, coach told Cross to come inside the box and drop Duba. Now Duba will have to make overlapping runs like this. Now you ask yourself why. I can see what Nabi is trying to do. He plays a highline press, right? With five people, right? Yeah, when he plays this Highland press, he's trying to set an offside trap. He doesn't want to play it very low. He doesn't want to play it very low. You ask yourself why. He doesn't want to play it very low because he knows that the likes of Mshishi, Allende, even Ribeiro himself, they will be able to unlock that defense, or they'll be able to take a shot outside the box. They'll be able to make those passes. What he was trying to do, he was trying to stop Sundowns from playing their style of play in front of the box of Chiefs. So he wanted to make Sundowns play their style of play into their own half. Even when Chiefs are in their half, you'd find that there are 5 players forming a back line. To stop that, he's trying to stop Sundowns from breaking them through the middle. That is why you saw Cross, you saw Miguel, you saw Dudley, you saw Miguel. They are sitting centrally, which means he's trying to block Sundowns from entering central, from trying to attack centrally. He's trying to block that. He wants Sundowns to attack wide, so that whenever they bang in across, then they've got Miguel, they've got Matt, they've got all these tall players who will be able to pay it out. Because if we're being honest, Chiefs are good in defending set plays, and also they are good in attacking set plays. That's Chiefs for you. So yeah, I think that's much of approach for Chiefs. And you would find that Chiefs they want to play those 1-2 touches. Those 1-2 touches. And yeah, so it was all about closing the space down in the midfield. Then also their football was more direct. Why do I say that football was more direct for Chiefs? It was more, their aim was to get the ball inside the box of Sundowns. Get the ball inside the box of Sundowns and see what we can do. That's direct football. Right? Yeah. So for Sundowns, they came to the game with a 4-3-3 formation, a 4-3-3 formation with Marcus, Reynas, and Ribeiro in the front three, with Coetzee as a sitting defensive midfielder, with Ale. Let's talk the truth, guys. I want to talk about Allende. Allende, without Mokoena, he's nothing. Without Mokoena, he's nothing. I haven't seen much from him, the Allende from last season, where he's got Mokoena. Without Mokoena, you question yourself. I'm not saying he's nothing. Let me rectify my statement. I won't say he's nothing. But he's not the Allende he is without Mokoena. Without Mokoena. Even Sundowns, that was a big game. Obviously, most teams don't play in the midfield. Most teams. Even Chiefs, they don't play much in the midfield. But even them playing Castillo and Matt, I was very surprised. I expected Blom over Matt. But Matt played a good game, yeah. But I would have expected to play at least Blom, Matt, Shabalala. Then maybe, but in my view, I wanted them to play Blom, Castillo, Blom, Castillo, Shabalala. But I don't make these decisions. But I had reasons. Because Chiefs won't have someone to drop back and collect that ball. Yes, Castillo and Matt were dropping back and collecting that ball. But every time back passes. Look at when Blom came into the game. Huge effect. When he drops, he collects the ball and he forces himself to turn and moves the ball forward. Sorry. Which creates chances for Kaizer Chiefs. That's what I wanted from Kaizer Chiefs. So yeah, very disappointed. I would have expected Blom to start in this game. Because even I want to talk about even when Marcus, there was this play where Marcus was exploiting the left hand side when Miguel got a yellow card. Blom could have covered that space. If Blom was actually, we know Blom was a right back, was once a right back for Chiefs, so you could have covered that space. So yeah, Sundowns approach, not very complicated. It's a basic approach that they usually put in. They come in a 4-2-3 formation, as I've said, with Coetzee, with Allen and Swishy in front of him, with Tiwani Lebusa Krankekana, and also Morena. It's just that Mudeo was so exceptional when he came in as a sub. Yeah. But guys, I wanna talk about something. As you guys can see on the picture below, on the screen on the picture, Chine Kanye says that Sundowns will score 4 to 5 goals. Yeah, that was his build-up before the game. I think it was 2 days before the game. But instead of Sundowns scoring 5 goals, they play 5 defenders. I'm cooking. So yeah, with the absence of Mokoena, Sundowns, yes, you could see that Chiefs are trying to close down the space in the middle so that Sundowns can go wide. In which it worked. If we're being honest, it worked. It worked, and especially on that right-hand side, Moreno was able to exploit that right-hand side, which means Sundowns were playing more wide. Yeah, but they were able to put in even their goal. You look at their goals. Their 2 goals. They came from wide areas. So Chiefs closing that space in the middle worked for them. So yeah, Sundowns, you look at Sundowns. Sundowns also do play a Highland press, but it's not like Chiefs. When Chiefs play a Highland press, they close down the space in the middle. When Sundowns play a Highland press, you'll find that they only leave out 2 center backs. We didn't see Cross going wide, which means Cross was playing more of a left center back in this game. He was playing more of a left center back. So some would say that Chiefs came to this game with a 3. I'm trying to check this. They came with I would say a 3-4-3. 3-4-3. I think I would say a 3-4-3 or a 3-5-2 or 3-5-2 because their main aim was to close down space in the middle. But what I don't like about Chiefs, when you're losing, show that character that you're gonna bounce back. You look at Pirates against in the Nedbank Cup. They were 1-0 down against Sundowns, but they didn't give up. So character. You need character from Chiefs players, more character. Miguel has got character. You need that character from Miguel. I like how confident is Miguel. First touch, he was unperfect. But still, he didn't care that he loses the ball because of his first touch. He would fight for the ball and get it. And eventually, he was able to have a good first touch. So character as a player builds you. Character as a player. There are a few players at Chiefs that have got character. It's only Miguel and Castillo, Sereno, Mott, Shabalala. I'm sorry. Only those 4 players: Miguel, Mott, Castillo, Sereno. Only those 4 players have got character in the Chiefs lineup. But let me talk about something about Dotley. Dotley has got play character. What do I mean? Dotley doesn't talk much. He doesn't talk much, Dotley. He doesn't need to be celebrating his tackles. And it goes, but I will go there. He doesn't need to be celebrating his tackles. He does his job on the field. No talk. Those players, you call them play character. They have character on the field. It's just that they don't have those movements of saying, you know what, I will talk much. No, he's not a talkative player. He talks on the field. And that's the type of player that every team needs. You know, you look at Sundowns, they do have that type of player. Durishan Turuk doesn't talk much. Mutau actually does. Yeah, so Sundowns' approach, very basic and simple. They come to the game with a passing style. They want to build from the back. They play a Highland press, also them, but their Highland press is not about defending. It's their philosophy. It's the way Sundowns play. Although I'm always making few adjustments there and there. So yeah, you see Lebus and Krakekana going playing Highland press, moving forward. But some people would say Sundowns started off well. I wouldn't say Sundowns started off well. It's just because they were able to indulge and play their football, that doesn't mean that they started off well. You know, yeah, even it comes to the first goal of the game. Came from Ranga Chivaviro. When Ranga Chivaviro got that goal. But how did Ranga Chivaviro got that goal? You could see between Rangeken and Lebusa, there's no combination pair. They cannot pair well. They don't understand each other as centre backs. They've been playing for a while now, but still they don't understand each other. Now, you look at Morena, who will always be overlapping because Morena has seen that space in the left-hand side of Kaizer Chiefs. So he's looking to exploit it. Now, if it was Frostler, right? As you guys can see in the video, Frostler has the ball. When Frostler has the ball, you see the Sundowns player scattered. You know, yeah. Actually, it's not usually like that because you'd see Frostler is in the midfield. You'd expect Sundowns to press. Sundowns do press you in the midfield. They do press you in the midfield. But now, Alende is out. Mshish is only good on the ball. I mean, we're not to be honest. Mshish was good on the ball. And it talks about Chiefs. When off the ball, Chiefs always are not good when off the ball. Coach needs to work on that. When Chiefs are off the ball, they need to be able to retain the ball as fast as possible. No, yes, it's very difficult to retain the ball as fast as possible against Sundowns, but was it only against Sundowns where off the balls they were very poor? No, against Manabukalans they were poor. Against Amazulu they were poor, especially second half. So he needs to fix that when off the ball. How can we strategize? So yeah, you look at the goal, guys. Frost has got the ball. He's able to. Frost is a good passer. He's a good passer. I always say this. Frost is Trent Arnold. The problem is that Frost can defend. Frost is able to pick up a good pass that breaks down the Sundowns players. The problem is that now the Sundowns players are very scattered from each other. That is why Lebos is the only player that has to deal with Ringa Chivaviro. Now, my problem is that why don't Dangekan and Lebusa close down? They don't close down so that they can close down any space that Ringa Chivaviro is trying to get into. But the problem is that it talks about undermining a player. I believe Lebusa was given the responsibility. While Lebusa was the only one dealing with Ranga Chivaviro in most cases. Between Rangakan and Chivaviro, one of them were given given an instruction that, you know what, God Chivaviro. You guys know very well. That usually the target striker is given one center back, but this time it didn't work. I believe Lebusa was given an instruction to God Ranga Chivaviro, but it did not work. It did not work because he couldn't deal with him. And in some cases, you saw Rangakana now being the one to try to deal with Ranga Chivaviro. So when the ball goes, Ranga Chivaviro straight for strength Lebusa's out. He's able to get that goal. What I like about Ranga Chivaviro, most players would have missed that. Actually, they would not have missed that, but I feel like Williams had made himself big to save that ball. But that's because Ranga Chivaviro was so composed. He was able to deal with Lebusa, and he looked at the westward positioning of of Williams, and he took the shot. Talks about a good striker and clinical striker. He's not a clinical. Yes, he's not a clinical. Because there were chances that you feel like Chivaviro could have scored. So yeah, it talks about, I want you guys to look at this. Kaizer Chiefs had 13 shots in this game. Whereas for Sundowns, they had 10 shots. Kaizer Chiefs had 6 shots on target. Sundowns had 4 shots on target. Then you talk about Chiefs. Yes. Chiefs were daylight robbed. Ish, it's very sad, you know. I won't be crying and say we need VAR. The reason it's very sad because it might happen to Pirates. You never know, you know. But I wouldn't go over above and say Chiefs, Sundowns bought the referee. No, we know, guys, referees do make these kinds of mistakes. You know, these mistakes. It talks about in the final of the MT8 when Pirates drew 0-0 against Sundowns. Sundowns were robbed in that game. I'm being honest. Sundowns were robbed in that game, so mistakes do happen. You know, and it's very sad when these mistakes happen to a big game like this. You know, because I believe Chiefs should be sitting comfortably in position 1. I believe the strategy and philosophy that Nabi is applying at Chiefs is very perfect. So yeah, I've talked about the approach of Sundowns. They would see that Chiefs are closing down space in the middle, so the best they could do is to go wide. So they use Matthews and Rebel and Morena as their wide options. So as for Zwane off the ball, not much from him. Allende was not winning the ball for Sundowns in the midfield. So that's very concerning from Allende. Does he perform well with Mukwena, or is he able to perform well alone? So yeah, Allende, there was a point where Allende did perform well. I think it was against Moramo Gallants, but that was against Moramo Gallants. Yeah, so I think the absence of Mukwena is costing Sundowns in big games. And yeah, Sundowns played well against Moramo Gallants. They were very they were perfect. Their style of play, the way they were playing, the way they were moving the ball was very perfect. But today, a big game with a good coach, one of the best coaches in Africa. Now you play like that. It's really you ask yourself questions. Is Sundowns gonna win the CAF? We never know. So yeah, as I've said, passing style of football, very simple, very simple. It's a very simple approach from Sundowns as usual. But I like how Nabi was able to change the strategy that Sundowns had put. You know, Sundowns was very difficult for them to play their passing style of play until a certain point where now Chiefs were losing, but they were defending. Yeah, so it goes to another chance of the Renas' chance. Renas could have equalized there. Renas should have equalized. And it talks about Chiefs. You know, Chiefs, what I don't like about them, and I've noticed this, it happens a lot. As you can see on the video, Renas gets the shot. Who's man marking Renas? I mean, who's man marking Renas? Kaizer Chiefs on the box. They are always scattered. They seem like confused. The KR Chiefs players on the box. They cannot defend against Moramo Gallants when they considered with Christopher Stolle. Christopher Stolle scored on the box against Amazulu. Like inside the box, they couldn't defend in third place. But when the ball is on the ground in the box, they cannot defend it. Why? So those are the things that Coach Nabi needs to fix, guys. Chiefs in the defense, they will be scattered. They will be divided, you know. So you ask yourself questions. Why cannot Chiefs defend inside the box? They easily concede inside the box. So yeah, we talked about Ribero's goal. Ribero's goal, guys. It was the first goal for Sundowns. Miguel. I blame Miguel because, as you guys can say, I blame Miguel. Look, Miguel. It's just that this name is so French here. You see Dudley. Dudley passed the ball. He passed the ball with his head. He's able to pay away the ball. But now Tashik McHughes is able to get the ball. When Tashik McHughes gets the ball, he's able to trick the Chiefs defense. He tricks the Chiefs defense and pulls a through pass. Now, you would expect Miguel to be in his possession because Cross, I think it was Cross and Dudley. They've got Tashik McHughes covered. Why do you try to come and mark McHughes? We'll see Ribeiro making a run. Why don't you go and cover that your space? Why? So Miguel, not much from him in this game. Not much from him in this game. He could have done better. And I talked to the people who I was watching the game with. Does Miguel perform in small games? Moramo Gallants and Chiefs are regarded as little games. Although every game in the PSL for me is a big game. Yesterday I was watching Magesi and Royal AM. All the PSL games. For me, every PSL game, it's a big game, guys. Yeah, I overrate the Betway Premiership League. So yeah. So you ask yourself questions. Does Miguel only perform against SuperSport, Manuma Gallants, Amazulu? Does he only perform against those clubs? We will find out in the derby. We will find out in the derby. Because in the derby, it's a big atmosphere. So yeah, Sundowns playing this Highland Press and awareness. I always talk about this tactical awareness. You have just conceded. What does your mind say when you've just conceded? Come on, you ready? You switch on. You switch on. When I used to play football, I used to say this. When I just conceded, my head doesn't look down. My head, I look disappointed. I tell my players that switch on. Martha's a captain. What does he do about that? 2 minutes, 2 goals. Come on. So the second goal of Sundowns came from Rainers. I don't want to talk about that goal, and I don't want to analyze it. Offside. Look at this line, guys. Look at this line. As you guys can see on the picture below. Look at that. Offside. Chiefs, that goal should have not counted. That goal should have not counted. It is not a goal. And it's very sad that we have to deal with this. We have to deal with this type of things. It's very sad, you know. Yeah, so I've talked about it. I remember in my past video, it was Cape Town Spurs versus Orlando Pirates. And I said we need VAR. We do need VAR. But mistakes too, even with VAR, you see these types of mistakes happening from even VAR, you know. But it's much better with VAR. What if that goal was going to be disallowed by VAR? So yeah, but Dr. Cause has made his reasons why VAR cannot be implemented in South Africa. For those who do follow these pages, Lawrence Cole, Claire, Austin, DeCarlo, you will know why, you know. Yeah. And it's very understandably. So I want to indulge and talk about the subs, the impact of Kaizer Chiefs. You look at Duba. Duba came out and he put in Dupreez. Now when he puts in Dupreez, I don't understand why you put Dupreez as the left winger. I don't understand why. You're losing, right? You put Dupreez. Coach, when you put Dupreez can press for you. That's what you want. Sundowns are making mistakes. Sundowns is easy for Sundowns players. Sundowns don't look organized. They do not look organized. Put Dupreez central and tell Dupreez press. Take on Rangachever because Rangachever is tired. Put Dupreez there and tell Dupreez to press the Sundowns defense until their last breath. Press them. They are tired. Sundowns were defending a 1-0 goal. A 1-goal lead because they're pushing Teriak to add as the 5th defender. They're putting Teriak and Mudau. And it talks about the tactical awareness from Coach Mangoba. He says that they put in Dupreez, who's very fast, but why do they put Dupreez? They put Dupreez wide. They put Dupreez wide. It was before they put Pulemoti. Now, when Dupreez now is playing wide, you've got Mudau, the best right back in the continent. Surely is in the top 10 right backs in the one of the best right backs in the world. Surely is in the top 10. Yeah. So a big chance from Dupreez. It talks about what I'm saying. Sundowns defense is tired. They are tired. They're not able to deal. They're not able to deal with the direct football that Chiefs is playing to get the ball. Makes it all possible. Most when you play direct football, you also play with long balls, which means you pair the ball for your player. You play long balls to try to find a striker. Now you've got Dupreez, who's very fast. Dupreez is able to make a good run. As you guys can see in the video, a big chance Dupreez should have scored here. He makes the run. A long ball comes from him. When he gets the ball, good first, not quite a good first touch. Yeah, but he's able to get that ball. When he gets that ball, he's trying to put it on the far post. But good save from Williams. Good save from Williams. Williams, you know, the way he usually positions himself is very perfect. Surely is in the top 5 of the best goalkeepers in the world. So yeah, another big chance from Chiefs that should have scored is Rangachever. As I've said, Coach Mangoba saw that Lebusa cannot deal with Rangachever. So he said, Kangekana, handle him. Because this big chance came second half. This big chance. You cannot talk with your players in the field first half. So you wait for the second half and fix things. And surely he did. He did fix things. So yeah, Viro again, it's a long ball. It talks about Chiefs. I mean, Sundowns not be able to deal with the direct football play that was being played by Chiefs. So it's a long ball. Grant Kekan is trying to muscle with Viro, as you guys can see in the video, but he fails. But Viro, his first touch let him down. I feel like Viro should have shot some time. But yeah, very poor decision made by Viro. But those were perfect subs. Putting in Blom was a great idea, but wow, Mpundo Vilakazi, you know, he's my age, same age as me. But look at that boy, the confidence. He's going for. He's the next Mufuke. I'm just kidding, but I'm sure he's going for. Hopefully, Coach Yuko's watching this game. Hopefully, and the only good sub that was made by Sundowns was Mudau. That's the only good sub that was made by Sundowns. Yeah. Oh, you look at the passes. KH stringed around 309 passes. Then Sundowns stringed around 463 passes. When was the last time you see Chiefs being able to string these much passes against Sundowns? When was the last time you see that? So Coach Nab is cooking. He's not dishing yet. Man P said he's dishing. No, he's not dishing yet. It's Jose Rivero who's dishing. It's Jose Rivero. And Mangoba also is cooking. Not because he hasn't finished cooking yet. And so Nabi is cooking. And I think it's almost done. He's almost done. He just needs few players. He just needs two quality wingers and a right back. I always say you need a right back. What if Froster gets injured? You know, yeah. And that player Mbuto, there's this young left back Mbuto. That boy is a midfielder. In this game, I would have expected Dudley to play left back and Simango to play center back. So I would have expected Frosler, Miguel, Simango, and Dudley. I would have expected to bench Cross up because I've noticed Cross. There's something about Cross, guys. We need to discuss this as football fans. Cross is not the player that the fans of Chiefs fans think he is. It talks about what Tab Sachichi always say. Stop overhyping players. You know, even Coach Mr. Lindo. Stop overhyping players. Let's not overhype players too much, guys. Just play one game, you think Cross is perfect. Is the best left back in PSL. When you've got Motiba, Hoto, you've got all the stuff of left back. You know, Cross, I've always had my doubts on him. Because if you remember at Arrows, yes, he got the call up, but he was not the best of players defensively. Going, overlapping. Yes, he had a great game against Monomokalans. Man of the match performance, but Cross always leaves space. That is why Napi saw that and he said, Duba, help him out. Cross always leaves space. And it's easy for right wingers and right backs and right wing backs to exploit that space. I've noticed that even against Monomokalans. It's just that I forgot I think it's Tlo. I cannot pronounce these players. Tlo. You are the one exploiting that left hand side of Chiefs. So Cross, there's something that needs to be fixed. His positioning needs to be fixed. And yeah, it was is Chiefs winning a trophy this season. Let me tell you guys something. The only trophy that Chiefs can win this season is the Kali Knockout Cup. That's the only trophy Chiefs can win. Some would say, how do I know? How do I know? I am the prophesy. I am the prophesy. So yeah, the only trophy that Chiefs can win is the Kali Knockout Cup. If Chiefs fail to win the Kali Knockout Cup, I feel like the Kali Knockout Cup can be easily won by Chiefs. You know, you just need luck. If you guys remember, Maritzburg needed luck to almost win the Telkom. They almost won the Telkom. They were robbed by Sundowns. And Pitsamon was not ashamed. And I believe Pitsamon should have not been ashamed because in that season, Chiefs were benefiting from the referee. That season. It goes to Pirates when Pirates lost to Baroka. So the Knockout Cup is always won by teams that usually don't perform at their best. But yes, again, Chiefs are performing. And I believe you need luck in the Knockout Cup. You need luck. And you just need to focus, put focus. Sundowns won't win the Kali Knockout Cup. Pirates won't win the Kali Knockout Cup. Stellenbosch won't retain they won't retain their belt, and the Kali Knockout Cup will be won between Sekukune, Kaizer Chiefs, and possibly I wanna be accurate, guys. And that's about it, guys. So yeah, I will be going out. And yeah, so if you're new to the page, guys, please do subscribe and hit the like button. And yeah, it's your boy, my hero. Tasne, you know, I used to be my hero. It's your boy, Dasne, the best young football analyst. Don't forget to subscribe.